I'm your host, Asa Kane. In the last episode, we brought you breaking news of the SEC's decision to charge crypto exchange Binance. Okay, that was just yesterday. This morning, yet more breaking news. The SEC has now also brought forth charges against crypto exchange Coinbase, which is the largest exchange here in the United States. Now we're going to get into the charges and we're going to get into what ramifications this could have on our industry, because whether you're a customer or not, Coinbase is the largest crypto exchange in our country. All right. Not a fortune teller by any means, but once charges were filed against Binance, I knew it was only a matter of time before something was going to come Coinbase's way. Now, before we get into that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and also click the bell notification. That's going to ensure that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming episodes. Now, this is brought to you in part by our partners at BitFi. BitFi, one of the largest up-and-coming global crypto exchanges. With BitFi, you gain access to over 450 altcoins, many of which are not available on Coinbase or crypto.com. Now, when you sign up using our official link, you're going to get $2,888 in rewards simply for completing simple tasks like authenticating your account, your Google account, adding an anti-phishing code, registering KYC, meaning proving who you are by uploading your ID. When you join their 5 communities, that's another $10. You also earn anywhere from $5,000 to $5,000 just for providing your feedback. It's really that simple. Right here, we're looking at advanced tasks. Depending on the amount of USDT that you deposit into your account, the more rewards you're going to get. And believe it or not, the average wallet has well over 20,000 in it. Now, as of today, Tuesday, June the 6th, we're looking up. Let's go up top. You can see Tomo is up over 19% over the last 24 hours. 21 million in trading volume bought and sold here. And then our beloved Pepe over here to the right, it's up as well over the last 24 hours since the news of Binance's charges. Now I'm going to show you a few metaverse tokens right down here. And most of these are not on Coinbase or on crypto.com. All right. There's one look high. This is one I talked about last episode, a few episodes ago. It's had 17 million in trading volume here over the last 24 hours. You cannot get it on Coinbase or crypto.com. Right here, derivatives trading, where depending on what you want to do, you have the ability to purchase up to 150 times your collateral. So if you have $100,000 in, say, Bitcoin, you can purchase up to $150,000 worth of Bitcoin. You just have to know what you're doing. That's a whole nother episode. Right here, copy trading. You have the ability with BitFi to copy the trades of successful traders. Now I'm not on here. I'm not going to put myself on here. That's too much. But there are over 500 other pro traders that are on here. You can see what their favorite coins are and how they have performed themselves over the last 30 days, the last 60 days, the last 90 days, the last year. Now this article right here is from NBC News, and it was published this morning. And it says the SEC sues Coinbase. All right, let's go into it. The Security and Exchange Commission sued crypto exchange Coinbase in New York federal court on Tuesday morning, alleging that the company was acting as an unregistered broker and exchange, and demanding that the company be permanently restrained and enjoined from continuing to do so. Wow. Shares fell 15% in pre-market trading Tuesday. Coinbase stock had already fallen 9% on Monday after the SEC unveiled charges against rival crypto exchange Binance and its founder, Changpeng Zhao. Coinbase's flagship prime brokerage, exchange, and staking programs violate securities laws, the regulator alleged in its complaint. The company has for years defied the regulatory structures and evaded the disclosure agreements of U.S. securities laws. Now, the SEC has alleged that at least 13 crypto assets available to Coinbase customers were considered crypto asset securities by the regulator. Those assets include Solana's SOL token, Cardano's token, ADA, and Protocol Labs Filecoin token. We allege that Coinbase, despite being subject to the securities laws, commingled and unlawfully offered exchange, broker-dealer, and clearinghouse functions, said SEC Chair Gary Gensler in a statement. Coinbase did not immediately respond to a request for a comment. I don't think they would. Now look, Coinbase's staking program was also identified as an investment contract and as an unregistered security. Now, the SEC had already taken similar action to force the closure of Kraken. Okay, we talked about that. This was some time ago. Now, the SEC described the staking program as a way for investors to earn financial returns through Coinbase's managerial efforts. The SEC says the 5 stakeable crypto assets are considered securities under its interpretation of the law, an assessment that will no doubt be disputed by Coinbase. Of course, the exchange had already received a Wells notice from the regulator earlier this year. A letter notifying the company when SEC action is pending. See, we're learning something new here. Coinbase had mounted a vigorous defense of its offerings. Now, the company had been identified by many in the crypto industry as the only entity with the financial and institutional resources to go toe-to-toe with the SEC and Gensler. The company has a sophisticated presence and has advertised itself for years as a safer, regulated option compared to other exchanges. But the same advertising has formed part of the SEC's arguments against the exchange. Regulators allege that the exchange actively solicits new clients, noting that Coinbase expends hundreds of millions of dollars a year on marketing. Okay. Now, another test they can take. Solicitation is one of the aspects the SEC uses to determine whether a company is operating as a broker or as an exchange. Another test they rely upon is the Howey test. Okay, Google that. Now, as of today, you can see that prices have recovered somewhat over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin is up just under 27. It went as low as 25 and some change. Binance is up slightly, even with these new charges. Okay. It just goes to show the resiliency of our industry. Okay. We've got a lot more coming up. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. But the good thing is that now that they've been brought out, we can finally deal with all of this, okay, as a collective industry. All right. Because ultimately what we want is for crypto to continue to prosper and to have guidelines and regulations. We all want that. The Wild Wild West, nobody wants that. Rug pulls and theft and scams and hacking. No. Okay. Now look, make sure that you use our link to get $100 in addition to the $2,800 you're going to get when you make your first deposit if you're in the US or Canada. Even if you're in Canada, you can still save and get money. All right. And also make sure you protect yourself. Pick up a ledger. Okay. It's the only way to protect your crypto. All right. And also pick up some merch. We've got a lot more coming this week. This is a big month for us. Okay. And for you guys as well. If this video has been of value to you and our channel overall, contribute by donating some Ethereum. And you can also do so by sending a super thanks. It helps us to continue to provide you with this valuable content. Until next time, get in there and make it happen.